Welcome back to part 4 of the Black Panther Connection, the return of ancient African civilizations. The warrior women of the motherland. Dahomey's female troops were not the only martial women of their time. There were at least a few contemporary examples of successful warrior queens, the best known of whom was probably Nzinga of Matamba, one of the most important figures in 17th century Angola. The Dahomey Women Army. The Dahomey, also known as the Amazons. From daughters to soldiers, from wives to weapons, they remain the only documented frontline female troops in modern warfare history. A sub-Saharan band of female terminators who left their European colonizers shaking in their boots. Foreign observers named them the Dahomey Amazons, while they called themselves Nomitum, which means our mothers. Protecting their king on the bloodiest of battlefields, they emerged as an elite fighting force in the kingdom of Dahomey, in the present-day Republic of Benin. Described as untouchable, sworn in as virgins, swift decapitation was their trademark. To the left, you see the fake and fiction visual depiction of the Amazons. To the right, you see the historical, factual depiction of the Amazons. And again, to the left, you see the fake and fictional depiction of the Amazons. And to the right, you see the historical and factual visual depiction of the Amazons. These are not fictional characters. The last surviving Amazon of Dahomey died at the age of 100 in 1979, a woman named Nawi who was discovered living in a remote village. At their height, they made up around a third of the entire Dahomey army, 6,000 strong. Theory suggests that they started as a corps of elephant hunters who impressed the Dahomey king with their skills while their husbands were away fighting other tribes. Warrior Nzinga of Matamba. Queen Warrior Nzinga of Matamba. Queen Anna Nzinga, born 1583 till December 17, 1663, also known as Nzinga of Angola, Nzinga Mbande, or Anna de Sousa Nzinga Mbande, was a 17th century queen, Muchina or Mahatu, of the Ndongo and Matamba kingdoms of the Mbundu people in Angola. She is one of the most important figures in 17th century Angola. Nzinga fearlessly and cleverly fought for the freedom and stature of her kingdoms against the Portuguese who were colonizing the area at the time. CALIFIA, Queen of the Californias. In continental United States of America, there were Africans who came before slavery, before Columbus, and thousands of years before Jesus Christ. In many cases, these dark-skinned people and other indigenous nations established thriving civilizations in ancient America. Queen Califia and the California dark-skinned people were one such ancient African nation. Reigning over the empire of Z, in the ancient kingdom of Utla, the nation of Atlan was the great queen of gold and diamonds, ruler of the ancient Californians. A civilization with an abundance of natural resources, gold, diamonds, vast quantities of precious stones and metals, with the territory spanning thousands and thousands of miles throughout California. From the coast of San Francisco to Bahia, Mexico, as far inland as Colorado, Utah, and all the Pacific Ocean island nations, including Hawaii and Australia, places where the most of the original inhabitants were Aborigine, black, and brown people of color. This remarkable, multiple cultural, highly spiritual, religious civilization thrived for thousands of years and is duly noted in several recent discoveries, including ancient cave art dating back tens of thousands of years. Over 100,000 cave and rock art pictures, symbols, and ancient artifacts can be found at Crystal Lake, California, now a restricted United States Army base, and thousands of newly discovered cave and rock art found in 2014 in the highlands of Mexico. The photos of recently discovered cave art show one thing for sure. They were not a hunter-gatherer tribe, but a complex, highly advanced, thriving civilization that prospered way before the arrival of any Europeans, Indians, or Clovis people. The ancient Californians lived by a strict moral ethics code, living in harmony with the people, animals, land, sea, earth, sun, and heavenly planets. Facts, artifacts, pyramids, ancient bones, stone statues, cave art, calendars, and archaeological discoveries within the last decade have all concluded that there was indeed a black warrior nation in California. And they were at war with the Spanish, Mexican Spaniards, and U.S. settlers until the mid-1800s. During the 1800s, after many years of war with Spanish invaders of the Southwest, with Mexico and the United States, the empire of the California blacks was completely diminished. The survivors blended into the African American black population of California and the United States. In conclusion, iron smelting and forging technologies have existed in West Africa among the Nunk culture of Nigeria, along with other countless African tribes and civilizations. Iron technology appears to have been one of a series of fundamental social assets that facilitated the growth of significant centralized kingdoms in the Western Sudan and along the Guinea coast of West Africa. The fabrication of iron tools and weapons allowed for the kind of extensive, systemized agriculture, efficient hunting, and successful warfare necessary to sustain large urban centers. The role of the blacksmith has been central and integral to the African culture, society, spirituality, and technology through the ages, and the leopard, panther, jaguar, or feline has been one of the symbols associated with African blacksmiths since ancient times. Dr. Leonard Jeffries said it best: whoever controls the images controls your self-esteem, self-respect, and self-development. Whoever controls your history controls your vision. Thank you for watching the Black Panther Connection, the return of ancient African civilizations. I thank you for your time, and if you learned something, please share.